Hello and welcome to Angeles City here in the Philippines. I just exited this cat cafe called Angeles Meow Time. It was absolutely amazing. I'm gonna play some footage for you guys now. But Angeles City itself is pretty terrible, to be honest. The infrastructure is great. They have newly built malls, amazing buildings, so many cool hotels and cafes, restaurants, but the atmosphere is just off. Back in the day, there was an American military base here called Clark Military Base. That's why this area is known as Clark. And American soldiers, they went into town and they used their Western money to party and get women. So that tradition continues today, and that's why the atmosphere is so off, because the whole city is built on this industry. So as you walk around on this main boulevard next to SM Clark, you see that in most businesses, most establishments, there are older men, older white men with young Filipino girls, and that's just something you see everywhere here. So to me, it really does feel like the Pattaya of the Philippines. You get massage parlors, some very sleazy bars. It kind of looks like the country, obviously like the Philippines, but the vibe is just so much different than anywhere else. Yesterday I went down to 7-Eleven next to my hotel and I met an American guy. I think he was American from his accent, in the elevator. He immediately started talking to me and he asked me if I'm going to the nightclub tonight. And I told him, no, are you? And he said, yeah, the last 2 times I got girls for free there. And I was like, isn't that like the norm? why brag about that? Like, do you usually pay? Like, it's just so bad. It is so bad. This whole town is built on, I can't say it on YouTube, but you know what. A lot of these houses are owned by Westerners who come on and off to live here with their Filipino wives or husbands. We don't discriminate. And sometimes children as well. Just behind me there was an American guy, I think, with his young child. Yeah, so that's kind of like the vibe here. That's why the infrastructure is so nice. It's built to cater for Westerners, essentially. That's why it kind of looks like a nice part of Manila, even though we are about 100 kilometers away from Manila. Now that I've explained why I don't like this place and that the title is not clickbait, I genuinely don't like it here. I will pan the camera around and I will show you more of Clark City so you can make your own opinion on this place. But I am quite curious to find out what the reputation of this place is like here in the Philippines. What do locals think of Angeles City? Is it considered a shady, sleazy place? Or is it maybe more popular because the infrastructure is just quite nice here? Please let me know in the comments if you're Filipino and you know. The weather is amazing today, by the way. It's like 28, 30 degrees, a bit cooler than in Manila. It's raining on and off. Got my umbrella with me like a real Filipino. But yeah, it's not raining too hard. It's absolutely fine. Today's also Independence Day. This is filmed on the 12th of June here in Pampangas province. There's a disproportionately high amount of foreign restaurants, like that Italian restaurant called Bellissima, Burning Sun, another pizzeria right here, Paisano's Pizzeria, New York style pizza. Yeah, a lot of these are owned by foreigners. If you're asking where am I going, I'm going to the center of Angeles. I want to see if there's maybe like a nice church. I know there's like an archdiocese or something like that. So there should be an archbishop of Pampangas who resides here, so they should have a nice cathedral. And just the main street, and see if it's the same vibe as here near Clark City. There's also quite a lot of Koreans coming here. I've looked at the arrival board at Clark Airport, and there are several flights from Korea every day. And there's a Korean restaurant here, a laundry store, a vape shop. Yeah, just a lot of stuff that's mostly catered to foreigners. Hensonville homes, a gated community. Same thing here. Obviously Filipinos do live in gated communities quite a lot as well, but I feel like in this place everything's just kind of catered towards foreigners, and it's a bit weird that I'm here, isn't it? But I got a flight. I found a really good flight out of Clark to my next destination, so that's why I am here. So I got an excuse. I'm definitely not a passport bro, I promise you that, guys. Now that's what a jeepney looks like here in Angeles City. It goes to a place called Madalap or something like that. Couldn't really read that. But yeah, this is the street that leads towards the city center. The infrastructure was a bit nicer near SM City, but that's obviously because that's, you know, one of the most commercial areas of this town. but here it's more residential, which I really don't mind. If we were to only look at the aesthetics of this place, I think it's actually quite nice here. It looks quite nice. It's obviously not super clean, but that's to be excused, not a problem. Yeah, the temperature is great. It feels kind of more rural while still having an urban vibe. Lots of cats on the street. Hello. What are you doing here? Cutie. But yeah, this place feels a bit more sketchy than it did back over there. Hello, hi. But yeah, those guys are friendly. But generally speaking, I did get a few bad stares from people in that area. But there's a nice church. Look at that. This is the Our Lady of Fatima Parish. Hi. Oh man, that's pretty cool. Among many. By the river is where you traditionally get poorer areas, and there is, I don't know if we can call it slum. Yeah, I think we can. That is definitely a slum area here in Angeles City, and it continues on the other side as well. There's a really cool mountain over there, by the way. But yeah, this explains why this area feels a little bit rougher than where I've been before. Also, you see all the Filipino flags up for Independence Day. Look at that business over there. It has a Korean flag on there, wind blinds, and then the South Korean logo on there. That's because this place has a pretty significant South Korean expat community. So it's not just Americans, not just Europeans, Australians. A lot of Koreans come here as well. You all saw the slum area back there by the river. I think this is a pretty significant case of, you know, back in the day, the Americans, and now still all the expats and all the tourists, all the passport bros are bringing prosperity to this place. But at what cost? The whole city has descended into this industry that isn't really benefiting anybody. And I understand this could be a controversial topic, and if you want to flame me in the comments, you can. But this is my stand, and this is how I feel about this place. Look at that, guys. There's a little veggie market over here, fresh produce market. Hello. Hi. Yeah, very Filipino thing to have. But this is definitely a more local area, which I quite like. It's definitely not as rich of an area, but there are less foreigners here, which, you know, I appreciate. I know I'm a foreigner. All right, I've made it out of the barangay and into the main street of Angeles City. And so far, the center of Angeles is definitely nothing to write home about. It is a street. It has businesses. It has jeepneys. It feels okay. We have a cat. Okay, that definitely improves the street quite a lot. Hello. Are you a friendly cat? No, you're shy. Okay, I will leave you alone. Oh, there's an Alphamart. I haven't seen these anywhere but in Indonesia, so that is actually crazy. I didn't know they existed in the Philippines. What? I do have to say that the closest thing to this street would be Paco or Malate in Manila. It's kind of giving the same vibe. Wow, that jeepney is very full. Oh my goodness, I don't know if I like this place. I really don't. Apart from the SM City Mall, there has been absolutely nothing that stood out about this place. Nothing that I like about this city. I'm sorry, guys. It's just not for me. Hello. We have another cat though. Don't run. I'm friendly. Okay, I'm gonna leave it. The cat looks stressed out. I think this is the city center of Angeles. There is a checkpoint with a Jollibee sign on it, and there's a proper Jollibee behind it. A Pure Gold, which is a market over here. That green building. It's yeah, I think Paco or Malate is the closest thing to this. It's all right.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
All right. Well, at least the Filipinos are amazing everywhere in the country. Stay humble. Hello. All good. Thank you. Thank you. Oh man, this is actually a pretty cool place, to be honest. The center is chaotic and no foreigners here, only locals. Like, I like to see that. There's a Hello Kitty jeepney. Man, okay. This is not bad. This is now really not bad. It's getting better the more we get into the center of the city. Oh my goodness. If you could smell what I smell right now. Oh, okay. Let's continue on. There is Grab in this town, but there is no Move It. So they replaced that with these tricycles. Yeah, that's what they're called. Look at them. About 4 people fit in one, I would say, if you squeeze together. But yeah, this is the preferred mode of transport. Now, I don't know what the prices should be. I will probably have to take one when I go back to my hotel. Yeah, I don't know how much I should pay. Please let me know in the comments. I'm gonna tell you if they scam me or not. But this is the most central point here in Angeles City. That's what it looks like. There are a few malls over here, a couple large buildings. That's New Point. I think that must be a mall. Hey, how are you? And people are cool. No matter where you go in the Philippines, people are awesome. But yeah, this is the most central part of the city, another market over here, and that's where I'm gonna end the video. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please leave a like. Please comment what you think of the city. Obviously, I've told you my opinion. It doesn't have to be your opinion, so please let me know. And also please subscribe. And I'll see you all very, very soon in the next one here from Clark, probably. Bye for now.